Hello YouTube and fellow DC comic fans, I'm Keith One Shot, and this is my new Comic Complete dramatic reading series. And today, we will be covering Titans Rebirth, Issue 1 from DC Rebirth. All art, text, characters, and storylines belong to DC Comics, not me. And if you enjoy these stories, feel free to go out and support DC Comics in your local comic book shops. To catch you up to speed, the original Teen Titans have recently reunited at the end of the New 52 during the events of Titans Hunt that brought them all back together and allowed them to remember. They remembered they were once a young team of sidekicks, they remembered their own history, their friendship, and they remembered they were once Teen Titans, and they are now Titans again. And yet, they still felt like something was missing. Someone was missing. And as fate would have it, there was a thunderstorm that night, and it seemed like lightning was about to strike fast to remind them all soon. That brings us to this issue. We see the original Teen Titans, happy, smiling, enjoying the good times. Lilith, Robin, Donna Troy, Speedy, and Aqualad, posing for a picture while Wally West is behind the camera and takes the picture, also being fast enough to get himself in the pic in time with his friends. And yet, something is wrong here, as Wally West, who recently returned in the events of DC Rebirth Issue 1 after being erased from the timeline, thinks back to his old Teen Titan days. How what they all had together was a rare, special spark that made them all more than heroes. It made them lifelong friends. Every second they had together was a gift, as time became memories, and then even the memories faded away. Someone stole 10 years from everyone, and whoever did this, did so they could weaken them all, and sever their friendships. All the Titans remembered each other now, but they all forgot Wally West. Wally West has returned to the Titans base, and was looking over the pictures of his friends, seeing pictures he was a part of with his friends, and as he looks over them now, he is no longer in those pics. Just then a voice asked Wally, "Who are you?" "I've come to repair the damage. I've come to make things right," Wally thinks to himself as he sees Nightwing behind him. Then he says to Nightwing, "Dick?" Nightwing asking the intruder how he knows that name. Wally thinks to himself how only Barry Allen, the Flash, was able to remember him so far, but thinking to himself, maybe I can get my best friend to remember me too. Nightwing, not knowing who this intruder is, tells Wally he doesn't know who he is or how he got in here as he goes in for the attack. Wally, not wanting to fight back, quickly grabs Nightwing's hands, and suddenly, and a white flash from Wally shocks Nightwing, sending him to the ground. "Did you just tase me, Wally?" "What the hell?" Nightwing says. But the real shock to Nightwing is he suddenly remembers who Wally is. Wally thinks to himself, "What was that?" But is more relieved that his best friend Nightwing now remembers him, and Wally tells Nightwing he'll explain everything soon, asking where the rest of the Titans are. Just then, we see Donna Troy, Tempest, Arsenal, and Lilith all say, "We're right here," and they all think this intruder in red just took down Nightwing, so they're ready to attack. Arsenal first shoots an arrow Wally's way, as Wally dodges and appreciates Roy's rock-steady determination. Then Donna Troy attacks with sword and shield, Wally noting Donna's fury when she's protecting those she loves. Then Lilith informs the team that the intruder has somehow changed Nightwing's mental pattern, as she always seeks out the truth, even at the exposure of her already vulnerable mind. Then Tempest, as the unwavering friend he is, grabs Wally by the shoulders, asking Wally what he's done to Nightwing. Wally thinks to himself, how can I get them all to remember me? Nightwing tries to tell the team to stop, but they're all caught up in the action. Lilith sends a mental attack at Wally, as Arsenal punches Wally in the face. With the punch, a sudden and again, we see a white flash zap Roy Harper, and then Roy remembers the time he showed Wally where he lived when they were Teen Titans and sidekicks. Roy remembered the conversations they had with his friend Kid Flash. Donna Troy leaps from behind and grabs a tight hold around Wally, asking him what he's doing to her friends. Then another and more sparks, more memories are recovered. This time, Donna Troy remembers Kid Flash, teaching her how to have fun and how to prank your friends. As Donna lets go of Wally, Lilith says the intruder put Donna under a trance, and Lilith and Tempest grab Wally. He stops running and simply lets the sparks fly. Lilith then remembers spending time together with Kid Flash and a kiss they shared. And Garth remembers the time when he was Aqualad and he was going to leave the surface world behind for Atlantis. And it was Kid Flash, his friend, who convinced Garth to stay with the Teen Titans. With all their memories restored, they all stand together saying his name. "It's Wally, guys! Wally is back!" they say with a smile, but all wonder what happened. Nightwing says what he first remembered wasn't such a big deal, retelling the time him and Kid Flash took the Batmobile out for a joyride. Then Dick tells Wally that they've missed him, and at long last, Wally West feels at home. Wally tells the rest of the team he's not sure where to start off, but he was outside of time. Looking in, he saw the whole universe. The team doesn't fully understand Wally, so he tells them they were friends forever once upon a time. Donna Troy then tells Wally, "We still are." Wally replying, "He hasn't been around for years." Donna questions how this could be. How could she not have known? Then Nightwing says, "We did know. There wasn't a name for it, but we all knew something was missing. It was you, Wally." The rest of the Titans agree with Nightwing, and Roy Harper says, "Life hasn't been fun without you, kid. Until recently, none of us even knew each other." Wally then tells the Titans, "Something stole 10 years from our lives. They did it to weaken us, to get rid of our history, our bond." Nightwing asks if it was Mr. Twister, but Wally doesn't remember. He spent too much time back in this new timeline, and his memories have adjusted to this timeline, so he doesn't remember who they were. But he tells the team they must be ready to face them, as they will try this again. They probably already know I'm here with you all now, but they don't understand how strong our friendship is, and no matter what they try, they won't keep the Titans apart, and they are gonna figure this out together," Wally says. And just then, he shows the rest of the team the picture they took so long ago, the one Wally was looking at that used to have him in it, as he holds it up, and he's now back in the picture. Just like that, Wally is back in the pic, and that ends Titans Rebirth, Issue 1. Comic, published by DC Comics. All rights, story, art, and characters are owned by DC Comics and their respective owners, not me. This has been Titans Rebirth, Issue 1, and I'm your host, Keith One Shot. If you like this video, make sure to support DC Comics and pick up a copy of the trades or single-issue comics. Support your local comic book shop, take care, and have a great day. Goodbye!